Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about something. One of the formulas that I mentioned just earlier was a powerful formula called VLOOKUP. Now, VLOOKUP, I'll just pull it up on the screen here, is a very common and powerful function that is often used to search a table for similar names, fields, identifiers, and then return an output that exists in the range. So what that means is, let's say you have a massive table, even bigger than the one we have here. Let's say we have a bunch of orders. What we can do is with VLOOKUP, we can type in the order number, a discount code, whatever we want, and that will automatically sort and search through the table that we're looking for and return data, whatever data we want, about the order number that we give it. So for example, if we wanted to say, I'll show you here, if we wanted to say like how many gold medals, or let's do how old was Mel Schlanger when he won his medals. And let's say we want to look through these columns. And then the index, we'll make that 2, and we'll say false. I'll get into all of this in a second. Great. So what you can see this did is this searched through this column and told us, okay, Mel was 25 when he won his medals. So with VLOOKUP, you can imagine how useful this is if you were to say, show me the price of an item, and we know the price is going to be in this column. Show me the price of the item bought in order 20 or order 10,264. So it's often used by individuals, accountants, financial people, marketers who want to look up one or two pieces of data in a large database, but don't necessarily know where exactly that will be. And when it's clunky to search through, tens of thousands of rows of data using Control F or one of the earlier things that we covered. So the goal in this lecture is to teach proficiency with this powerful function. So the VLOOKUP formula is broken down into 4 parts. So the first one is what's known as the search key. So this is the piece that we're going to be looking for. This is, what do we want to find? In our case, we gave the example of Mel Schlanger. If you were looking up an order number, it could be something like this, 10,003. So next, we'll do Felicity Galvez. Or no, we'll do Ian Thorpe. Next, you're going to tell VLOOKUP what range you want to use. So let's say we want to look through A2 to E21. That's just saying these are the parameters that we want to look within, and this is where we're going to be pulling our data. The next is known as the index. This one is the little tricky, and this is what gives people the most problems. But essentially, the index tells you the number of the column that has the value we want to return. In our case, if we wanted to return the age of Ian Thorpe, we would do column B, which translates to 2. If we wanted to return the closing ceremony date, we would use column E, which would translate to 5. So let's do that. And then this is called is sorted. So with this one, this is a little complex as well, but essentially you're telling VLOOKUP, are these results sorted? Are they sorted in ascending order? If the answer is no, you want to say false, and the answer is no in our case. If true, if you say that these are sorted in ascending order, VLOOKUP will actually return what's known as an approximate match rather than an exact match. So in this case, it's going to return only data where Ian Thorpe there exactly matches the input here. If we said true, it would return a close match here and not necessarily give us the best option. So let's see what we get when we type this in. And what you can see is we get the closing ceremony date is October 1st, 2000. Now, if we changed this to someone like Matt Target, Mattargett, Did I spell that wrong? T-R-G-E-T-T. Here's the problem. We didn't go far enough down. So what you can see is that we did not extend our column down far enough. Let's say E100, just so that we know that we got it. Boom. And now what do you get? When you try and find mat target, you get 824-2008, 824-2008. That's what's returned. I hope you can see how useful this data will be and how useful this function will be in sorting through and finding relevant and interesting things about your data. So again, VLOOKUP searches down the first column of a range for a key, which is, in our case, mat target, and then it returns the value of a specified cell in the row that it finds that data lives. So what's happening when we type in and we hit enter is this is searching all the way down here until it finds mat target. Boom. And then it goes, okay, we are going to go over 5 columns and return that value. So it's going search, 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 exact match. Now let's go over 5 columns and return that date, which is what we get up here. For the next lecture, I'm going to have you guys do an exercise where you can practice using VLOOKUP and hopefully get a better handle on this incredibly useful function.